And we've got
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And it's Lillard missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Harris. Harden against McCollum. Now, here is Harden. Tight defense on him. Great D that time from Nurkic. And Covington gets it to go on the assist by Nurkic.
Boy, I love to see Covington blast off the floor. He's so good at reading angles and making himself a target in transition.
Now, here is Harden. Outside Durant. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Here is Durant, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. And they pick up 2.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Now here's Lillard from deep. The long-distance 3 is buried.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Harden on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum, and Harden with the stuff.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Irving. And too long on the shot.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Harden surveying the D from deep three-point range. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Covington down low. Guarded by Jordan. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Harden against Lillard. And no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Good work there as it goes.
Well, Irving can shoot it with little warning. I mean, he's just that quick. No time to contest if you're not there before the shot.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. Lillard against Harden. And Lillard gets it to go.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Harden outside. High post, KD. Covington's there. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Hits it from three-point range. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep. Jordan with the rebound.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
And staying with the play, Harris.
Yeah, you know, not normally the guy you see crashing the boards there, but Harris giving some extra effort on the rebound.
Lillard from outside. Unable to get that one. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Dinwiddie outside. Passes it to Griffin. Banked in off the glass. Griffin's got his first basket.
And how about Griffin continuing to own the paint? A fantastic power forward with good touch from there.
Here's Simons. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo, mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Jones kicks to Hollis-Jefferson. Outside Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Off target with his 3. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Claxton, no good. Portland leading. Got a piece of it. In transition, here come the Nets. Green with the ball. Kanter covering. Jones looking for an opening. Anthony down low. Brown's there. Outside Anthony. 6 to shoot. Back to Canner. Outside Griffin. It's deflected.
The 7'2" wingspan of Hollis Jefferson paying off right there. His defense can be suffocating.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Now the pass to Claxton. And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Here's Dinwiddie. He dishes it to Griffin. Second chance shot. Here's Claxton. Now the feed to Griffin. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 6. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. Here's Griffin. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Green, the pass to Claxton. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. Claxton with the bucket.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Here's Simons. Pass to Jones from 12 feet out. Here's Cantor. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up. And that'll do.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at center. Here's McCollum. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Howell's got his first points in this one.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Irving drives in. Back to Harris. He kicks it to Harden. Jordan the pass to Harden. Shoots the 3. Kept alive.
How about Irving showing you great energy there, just refusing to be boxed out.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. McCollum against Irving. 5 to shoot. The shot by Lillard wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 4. Lobbed up there for KD. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's McCollum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
Zach Collins checked in for Robert Covington. Harden has a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Harden's got 11 points.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Durant, and KD is right there. KD's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Nets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Jordan. Brown comes in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Nets. It's a 5-point game. Irving, good.
Irving has the touch needed to do damage from just about anywhere, including from there.
Trailblazers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
A different look now for Portland. Zach Collins checked in for Robert Covington. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simon. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Bruce Brown. Irving looking for an opening. Here's Claxton. Irving dishes to Harris. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. And Griffin stays with it.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
They're getting outworked on the glass, and those second chance buckets have devastated their defense.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. The three from Harden. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Here is Harden. 11 points in the game. Fires from deep. The putback. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Trailblazers leading by 9. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Fires the 3. No good on that one. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. 4 seconds left. And he lays it up and in. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket.
And this is why Griffin is so valuable to his team. Always willing to share the rock.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins is out there with Anthony, and it's Powell in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Timeout called, the Nets. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Collins. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jeff Green. And Nicholas Claxton subbed in for Harris. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, we know what side he's on.
McCollum against Harden. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Pass to Powell. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Brown. Up again. Can't get the putback. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Simon. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
McCollum against Brown. Passes it to Powell. McCollum left side. Shot clock at 5. Nurkic with the steal. In the corner, Powell with it. And it's off from three-point range. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from James Harden.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Portland. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown. Jones kicks to Covington. It's good from long range. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Man, nice perimeter shooting by Robert Covington. Just has such a really aesthetically pleasing release on those long ball attempts.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Harden against Lillard. Now, here's Cantor. Not a lot of room. Kicks it to Powell. Over Harris. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Nets on defense. They trail by 9 points. Now Harden takes a three, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Powell finds Cantor. Back to Powell. He can't hit that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harden's got 14 points here in the second half.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off, timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
Outside, Jones. Outside, Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Stolen by Harden.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Fires the three. They get the rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And now just a 4-point Portland lead.
Jordan coming up big. His name is Cole, and he ups the ante and delivers.
Portland no good that time either.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Irving's got them falling right now, that's for sure.
The Trailblazers on offense. They've led by as many as 11 points. Back to Lillard. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
16 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Harden against McCollum. To take the lead. This would tie it. Cans it to force overtime.
Gets the big-time shot to fall, folks, and now
and that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. From Portland, we're back in a moment. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving in at the 2. Timeout called the Nets. A different look now for Portland. Zach Collins checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simon. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Joe Harris.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Nurkic with the steal. Lillard with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Collins against Durant. Back to Lillard. 5 on the clock. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Collins. Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Now it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Harden the pass to Claxton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here is Lillard. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Nurkic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
And here's Harden for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Now here's Lillard. Fires for three. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Durant the pass to Claxton. Back to KD. Outside Irving. Count it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Lillard from outside. Connects from downtown.
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. From deep three-point range. Count it. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pass to McCollum. They double-team McCollum. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. It'll be the Nets off the tip. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Right side, Durant. Good.
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment never rattles him.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
And stolen by Jordan. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. We bring you tonight into Portland, we are new.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And there's Jackson. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the small forward position. Now, here is George. The 3. Good on the triple. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
That one drops for him.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Jackson with it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Both free throws good from Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Now here's Lillard. The layup off target. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team. And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George. Well, I love to watch Lillard play. He's from the Bay Area. That's where I'm from. But he's fearless, heartless, and he usually saves his best for last. It's Lillard time in the fourth quarter.
Now, here is George. Pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
That's power from DeMarcus Cousins.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. There's the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Kicks it out to Covington. High post, Nurkic. And it's off the back rim. No good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Outside for George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Up the floor, and Morris throws it down.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
And here are the Trailblazers now, after the Clippers pick up 2. Lillard from deep three-point land. And again, unable to change momentum here. Pass to Leonard. 17-foot shot on the way. Again, the Clippers.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Now, here's Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Portland again missing. Clippers leading by 13. Beverly the pass to Kennard. To the paint. Pass to Zubats. Clippers moving the ball around. With the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Dennis Cantor's checked in for Portland. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, McCollum kicks to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
Here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. He feeds it to Ibaka. Over McCollum. Again, Los Angeles.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lillard with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And Lillard gets double teamed. Beverly against Cantor. And he comes up with the deuce.
This is the thing about Cantor. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. On the wing, Batum. Defended by Jones. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Here's Beverly. Dishes to Ibaka. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as the first quarter wraps up, already at... Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback style.
Old school basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in its small forward.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
And there's the pass to man. Here's Leonard, and foul on the shots. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's Simons. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
Pass to Leonard. He kicks to Cousins. Back to Leonard. George with no one around. Offline with his 3.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And finished off by Collins.
Like the fact that the timing on that play was perfect for Collins to get up, collect it, and dunk it.
George against Powell. George passes to Cousins. And the rejection by Collins. And now Portland on the break. Covington against Leonard. Simons surveying the D. The feed to Collins. Shot clock at 6. The shot misses. Nice D from Cousins. And now we've got the intentional foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Collins. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Jackson. Leonard attacking, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
Here's Lillard. 8-point game. Goes up on the high post. The putback. That shot off the mark. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
1:03 left now here in the second. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
George dishes to Morris. On the wing, Jackson, covered by Lillard. Here's Morris. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And now it's a 12-point Clipper lead.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Jackson against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Jackson finds George. Morris outside. Cousins trying to free himself up. Morris with the bucket.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to from the get-go. It was the Clippers who came out strong. At one point, they're devastating. And
with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Now, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Ibaka, and it's Portland with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Clippers leading by 12. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And here's Beverly after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. And here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They have a 9-point lead. And it's rebounded by Covington. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And a wide open look for McCollum. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Kennard. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Simons, and Jones has it in the corner.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Here's Leonard. Portland making their last shot. Leonard with the steal. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Passes it to Kennard. Clock at 6. Leonard attacking, and the shot goes down. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Here's Cantor. Lays it up off the glass. Cantor's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass, thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Outside for Jackson. To the inside. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Jones. Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Simons following the basket by Marcus Morris. Knocks it loose. Pass to Simons. There's the 3. Cousins pulls it in. Clippers leading by 10. Leonard on the wing, covered by Anthony. Now here's Leonard. He's got 10. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the shooting guard position. And the dunk by Powell.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Ibaka outside. Outside for Batum. Knocked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Here is Ibaka. Clock at 4. Buried from 15 feet out. And the Clippers lead by 10.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Yep, it counts.
Well, C.J. McCollum could teach a class on how to get in-one opportunities.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Out to the right wing. Ibaka down low, defended by Covington, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Harry Giles subbed in for Norman Powell. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
Well, free throws good from Lillard. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Morris passes to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Doesn't go that time. And it's Portland the other way. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Covington with the ball. The pass to Giles. Over Morris. Giles the pass to Kanter. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Here's George. Dishes it to Ibaka.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
Ibaka hits both of them.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Lillard against Jackson. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. On the wing, Morris. From the arc. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. There's the lob to Lillard. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And now it's only a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. George looking over the floor. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, Paul George on the inside, comfortable knowing where he can get to, just tries to find a sliver of room in order to get that shot off.
Here's Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. And it's Powell in for Harry Giles. And the Clippers with a change here, too. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. McCollum against George. Kicks it to Morris. Down low, some nice ball movement by the Clippers. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 51 seconds left in the game. Lillard outside. Yes!
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now George. Just 5 on the clock. It's good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
So the Clippers with the win. They seem to... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it. And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. GA, it's
Hey, Kevin.
terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 2 spot. Giannis kicks to Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. There's the triple. Trains the three-pointer.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Lillard outside. From deep. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Passes to DiVincenzo. Holiday against Lillard. Shoots over Lillard. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 5.
And capable of making these in his sleep. Holiday has tremendous confidence and touch on that mid-range.
Now here's Lillard from downtown. Offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. High post Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Poked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Beyond the arc. The shot by Powell, no good. On offense, here are the Bucks. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Now here's Powell. And the pass to Nurkic. DiVincenzo against Powell. Back to Nurkic. Lopez with the steal. DiVincenzo with it. Hollis Jefferson's there. Middleton inside the three-point line, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid. I think are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
Three young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Teagan for Drew Holiday.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Stolen by Tucker. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And Milwaukee has possession after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Here's Portis. Pass to Connaughton. 4 on the shot clock. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Who's got Lillard?
Now Lillard. 7 points in the game. With 1 on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. Milwaukee on top, up by... And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James...
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And, Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, Collins is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard.
Even though he lacks some size, Tucker's strength makes up for it. He competes inside.
Nobody near Lillard. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 10.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Passes it to Portis. Here's Connaughton. 6 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Portis can't get it to go.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Lillard looking around. They get it back. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kanter.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Here's Tucker. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. And then for Milwaukee, Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Teague in for Bryn Forbes.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
There's Portis. Teague against McCollum. Portis. No good again that time. Portland leading by 3. Here's Anthony. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Now here is Holiday. 5 points in the game. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Holiday.
And providing the scoreboard they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Trailblazers.
McCollum dishes to Jones. Back to McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Holiday. And Jones pulls it down.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
McCollum, no good. Bucks trail by 7. Holiday with it. Inside, Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Lopez has got his first points of the game.
You know, and whenever Lopez is rolling like this, he's tough to contain. I mean, he's solid at converting in the pick and roll.
Pass to Cantor. Now here's Jones. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Trying to get open is Lopez. And Giannis gets it to go. 6 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's McCollum. Left side, Jones. Goes up the baseline. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Here's DiVincenzo. Sinks that one from the post. And now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points and 1 steal. And that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
On the court for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. Nurkic finds Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. That shot off. Good D by Holiday. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. From deep 3-point range, sinks the 3-pointer. Lillard's got 15 points. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. You just need to calm down, play their game.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Covington finds Lillard. Back to Covington. The pass to Nurkic. Takes it out to Covington. Uncovered. And that one hits back iron.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Here is Lillard. 15 points in the game. Now Nurkic. Here's Covington. Portland again missing. Bucks leading by 3, tipped away, and stolen by Lillard. Throws it up high, and he lays in the alley-oop.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
We've got 1:55 left in the third. Holiday dishes to Lopez. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Milwaukee also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Bucks have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Anthony right side. That's good from Cantor on the assist by Anthony. Cantor's got 6.
Embracing physical contact on the way up. Cantor seems to enjoy scoring right on the defense.
Lopez finds Tucker. Holiday against McCollum. Here's Forbes. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Outside Teague.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Buries it down low. And now a 5-point Portland lead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Portis. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Jones, no one around him. Buries it from 3-point range. Jones has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's off. And so it's Portland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, It'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Anthony. And it's Jones in at the 2-guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Portland leading by 8. Hollis-Jefferson kicks to Anthony. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. On the wing, Giannis. Stolen away. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Jones. Back to McCollum. Five on the clock. And he banks in the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Giannis. Count the basket.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Teague against McCollum. This one for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Teague drives in. He dishes it to Lopez. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Harry Giles. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And then for Milwaukee, Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Teague. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
For the Trailblazers, Collins comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anfernee Simons. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
And with great positional size, Milton knows how to do damage down low.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Lillard from outside. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Holiday, no one around him. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Outside, Covington. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Shot from the wing. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Lillard's got 20 points.
You got to love how clever Lillard is. I mean, he's exceptional at gutting the D apart with his dribbling moves.
Back to Holiday. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And to Antetokounmpo inside. He's guarded by Collins. Antetokounmpo, no good. 1:10 left in the fourth. Lillard against DiVincenzo. Nurkic up top. He kicks it to Powell. They get it back. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Count that one.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Holiday against Lillard. High post, Nurkic. He's feeling it. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. It's good on the putback.
And this is why he gets paid the big bucks. Middleton enjoys coming through in the clutch.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Covington. Lillard from outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. Pass to Lopez. Middleton for 3. Buries it from outside.
This guy is a silky smooth operator on offense. Middleton can score effectively on all 3 levels.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The traffic in New York City. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the 3. And for the Nets, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Now, here is Irving. Harden surveying the D. Clock at 6. From down in the low post, it goes. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when...
Oh, my goodness! Wow! What a play!
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Here is Harden. Outside, KD. Back to Harden. On the wing, Irving. Pass to Jordan. Out to KD. Puts it up from 17. And foul on. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
11 feet away. Good on the jump shot.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. The pass to KD. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Lillard fires away from way outside. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Harden wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. One-on-one here. Powell kicks to Collins. Dishes it to Lillard. Over Harden. And it's Lillard again missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the shot goes in.
The evolution of Kyrie Irving's game continues. Magnificent with the jumper.
Harden against Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Back to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Outside Irving. Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Releases. Misses off the left iron. Portland trailing here. Covington down low. He's covered by Irving. Covington passes to Nurkic. And here is Powell. And the rejection by Harden. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Back to Irving. Outside, KD. A three-pointer, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the first. Now Harden. From past the arc. Here's Jordan. Durant in the corner. Bucket is good.
Kevin Durant is a threat to shoot it as soon as the ball hits his hands. This guy incredible, relentless as a scorer.
Lillard outside. Floats it up there for Nurkic. And here's Harden. Tie game in Brooklyn. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we...
Venom.
When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him. And before the game...
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
They've got Griffin. Green is out there with Brown. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. On the wing, Jones. And here's McCollum for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. It's tipped to the middle. Here's Cantor. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Griffin kicks to Dinwiddie. 6 to shoot. Good D by McCollum. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He can't get it to go. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Passes it to McCollum. Pass to Jones. McCollum against Dinwiddie. Three-pointer. That one, no good. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Brown. Pass to Claxton. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Nets making a switch here. Durant's checked in. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Derek Jones. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. That's tipped.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. He's covered by Brown. Portland needs to get off a shot. Dinwiddie with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball, and Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's McCollum with the drive, and the shot goes in.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Now the pass to Durant. From deep. Rebounded by Anthony.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
That's the kind of take charge attitude they want CJ to have. Attack the D at every opportunity.
It's his first trip to the line.
76% from the line a season ago.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Zach Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Lillard with it. Outside Collins. Lillard scanning the floor. Shoots. Portland again missing. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Harden for three. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on... And that should do it with the...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Harden finds Jordan. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Just his first attempt. Harris's shot is off. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 1-point game. Outside Covington. Lillard against Irving. And it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Passes it to Jordan. Now here is Irving. Covered by Lillard. From deep, Harden. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Covington. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now it's a 4-point Portland lead.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The 3 from Harden. Drills it from outside. Harden's got 10.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that the 3-point shot is a primary weapon.
3-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by the Nets.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Jordan. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Jordan's got his 2nd basket of the game.
You can see why DeAndre Jordan, for his career, over 65% field goal shooting. So close, so easy.
Now Lillard, 7 points in the game. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He's got 9.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Jordan finds Irving. And here's Harden. 10 points for him. That shot misses. Great D that time from Nurkic. Powell, no one around him. The offensive rebound, and it's Lillard on the follow. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
And a deep 3 from Harden. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Puts it up from 7. And it's Collins getting it to go.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Harris kicks to Harden. Durant in the corner. Takes the 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Collins passes to Powell. Lillard controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Irving attacking. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Portland leading by 7. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Collins looking around. Back to Lillard. 2 points. That one goes.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough. And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Puts it up. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Brown. Green is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4. So that's the Nets 5. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Nets trail by 9. The drive by Green. And the layup falls. Green's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Brooklyn. Here's McCollum. From deep three-point range, but they recover it. Cantor kicks to McCollum. It's good from the top of the key. McCollum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Dinwiddie outside. Here's Griffin. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Here's Dinwiddie. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Now here's McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one good for 2. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Dinwiddie passes to Griffin. They kick it out to Green. And yes, it's good.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now a timeout called by Portland. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Yep, that one goes.
Huge bucket from Kyrie. Knows how to deliver.
Lillard with it. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Now Lillard. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. That one misses. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. The deep three from Harden. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. To tie it up. KD's shot is off. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Zach Collins comes in for Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Lillard. It falls!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
The Nets on offense. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jordan kicks to Harden. From deep. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Lillard. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Now here's Powell. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Lillard finds Powell. Cousins pulls it in. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Lillard the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Now George, after the missed three from Damian Lillard. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Collins. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
It's deflected.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Chalk up two there.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike. And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Over Jackson. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. From deep three-point range, and it's Lillard missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Leonard missing. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. There's a minute 47 left here in the first quarter. Three-pointer. Can't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Lillard against Jackson. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
The Trailblazers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the Trailblazers.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Rondo passes to Mann. Back to Rondo. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Zubac, and the layup's good off the glass.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
59 seconds left in the first. Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard from deep. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Rondo to the inside. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Here's Mann. 5 to shoot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
For the Clippers, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Now, here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
3 seconds left. The shot missing. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is George, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Pulls it up. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Portland leading. McCollum passes to Powell. Back to McCollum. Kicks to Powell. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And here is Los Angeles now. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Morris passes to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Powell. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Here's Leonard. He feeds it to Morris. Over Anthony. The second chance effort. Out to Morris. Puts up a 3. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, George. Nice shot from the wing. George has got his second basket.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Cullen passes to Anthony. Now Cantor. Rebound by the Clippers. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Portland also making some changes. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Norman Powell. And Jones subbed in for Anthony Simons. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Trailblazers leading by 4. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in for Los Angeles. They've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. The Clippers shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Jackson dishes to Ibaka. There's the pass to Zubac. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Shot is good off the back rim and in. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Now here's Leonard. Shoots over Kansas. Here's George. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Trying to get open is Ibaka. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Beverly. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Beverly against Lillard. Yes, that goes in.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Now, here's Kennard. Here's Ibaka. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead in the... That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Powell, and it's Covington in at the small 4. Now Powell. Paul George missing from long range. Passes to Nurkic. Lets it go. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And it's Leonard missing. Trailblazers leading by 3. Kicks it out to Collins. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Collins has got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Trailblazers. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Leonard.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Lillard outside. He kicks it to Nurkic. Collins looking around. Back to Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
George passes to Cousins. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
George against Powell. Down low. That's tipped. George passes to Cousins. Shoots over Nurkic. Cousins dishes to Ibaka. Shoots a fader. It's good. Ibaka's got 6.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition. The ability to make plays for his teammates.
Now Lillard. He's got 12. He gets it in there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here is Ibaka, following the score by Damian Lillard. And it's Leonard missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lillard surveying the D. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard the pass to Beverly. Nurkic with the block. But they get it back. Here's Leonard. He feeds it to Ibaka. Makes it off the glass. He's got 8.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
44 seconds left in the third. Beverly against Lillard. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
It's George on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 9.
Though he doesn't show a lot of expression, PG-13 is ultra competitive. Claps back from distance.
Here is Lillard. 17 points in the game. Covington in the corner. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And we've reached the end of the third. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 8. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Jackson. He's out there with Luke Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum.
And that's just all muscle there. Canner is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Out left to the wing. Jackson with it. To the paint. Takes it from 10. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Come on. That's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Dishes to Jones. Back to McCollum. A 3-ball. A shot. No good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Mann. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And here's McCollum for three. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball. Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Paul George is checked in for Kennard. And it's Leonard in for Jackson. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anfernee Simons. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Outside, Batum.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. He lobs it up, and it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. George finds Leonard to halt the run, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from George.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Pass to McCollum over Leonard. Here's Kanter. Now here's Hollis-Jefferson. Another shot. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Batum.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Trailblazers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
It's a hand on it, and the second chance effort by McCollum.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
To the wing on the left. Here's Mann, and he banks in the layup.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5.
Here we go.
Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. And it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. He was all alone on that one.
And this helps build chemistry. Lopez looking to share the ball wherever he can.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Powell with it. The shot by Lillard, wide open. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now, here's Collins. Lillard attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket. With his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
Holiday looking over the floor. The tray. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good on the shot, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. And another three for Milwaukee.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. The pass to Lopez. Giannis outside. Passes it to Middleton. Count that one. Middleton's got 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Lillard outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys. There are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Now here's Lillard. He has 5. Collins finds Lillard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Offensive rebound. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
With some arc, DiVincenzo. Back to Middleton. Lots of room. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Here's Lillard. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Now here is Holiday. He has 5. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
resourceful move there, ending the period.
And so it's Milwaukee heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of lift, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. Teague out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. McCollum against Teague. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And here's McCollum for 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Outside Teague. Portis, the pass to Connaughton. Back to Portis. Out to the wing. Launches it. Back to Connaughton. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Enes Kanter.
Oh, looking to connect with the open man, Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
Portland with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Cullen passes to Jones. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Six on the shot clock. And Jones slams it home.
Oh, how about the up fake there, Kev? Worked like a charm and gave him a clear lane to the basket.
GA, that is one of the prettiest moves out there if you can pull it off, and he did. Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's Portis atop the key. And Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 8. There's Hollis Jefferson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Jeff Teague. And a switch here also for Portland. Simons is checked in. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Norman Powell's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And there's the pass to Connaughton. 4 on the clock. Here's Middleton. He can't get that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anyway.
And a wide open look for Portis. And the Bucks miss again. Trailblazers trail by 7 for 3. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Kanter. McCollum's got his first 3 points of the game.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McCollum, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
And Forbes kicks to Portis. Good on the 3-point shot.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
1:37 left to play in the first half. And a wide open look for McCollum. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
So for the Trailblazers, Rondé Hollis Jefferson comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Derek Jones in for Anthony Simons. And Teague, here we go. And there it is for him. Teague's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The three from McCollum. The Trailblazers rebound. Hollis Jefferson passes to McCollum. Anthony dishes to Jones. Back to Anthony from deep. 50 seconds left here in the second. They grab their own miss. Cantor's shot is off. Bucks leading by 9. It's stolen by Jones. And here comes the break. Anthony kicks to Cantor. Out to Anthony from outside the arc. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Bucks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. The shot's good from Forbes.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Back to McCollum. Cans the shot with nobody near him. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, you can learn a lot by watching him operating your offense.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Well, you got to...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Kid Smith. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They lead by 11. And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, the offense is depending on getting points in the paint, and they're getting
And that'll...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Outside Holiday. Middleton finds Holiday. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Over Collins. And it's Giannis missing. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Powell, no one around him. The putback, and Covington stays with it.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Now Holiday, 5 points in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one, no good. Trailblazers trail by 7. Outside Covington. Lillard outside. No good from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the rejection by Collins. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. On defense, the Trailblazers. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Giannis.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
And Holiday kicks to Giannis. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that one drops. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Lillard against Holiday. From 10 feet out, That's it, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Lillard.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Passes to DiVincenzo. Now here's Middleton. Launches it. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Powell, he's checked in for Portland. Trailblazers trail by 7. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Lillard left side. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Took him no time at all on that one. Lillard's got 14 points for the game.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Forbes the pass to Lopez. Here is Forbes, covered by Lillard to the left side wing. And here's Tucker, trying to get open as Lopez. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, the brute strength of Tucker, so effective at pushing through whatever the defense throws his way.
Lillard outside. He kicks to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Forbes can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 4. Outside Collins. Pass to Covington. Nurkic against Lopez. Nurkic kicks to Covington. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Covington.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Pass to Connaughton. Here is Forbes, covered by Lillard. And the pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Lopez. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Antetokounmpo is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Teague, and it's Nora in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Antetokounmpo from 8 feet away. He drops it in.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Oh, yeah, they're expanding a ton of focus and energy at the offensive end. But at the defensive end, it is just the opposite.
Pass to Cantor. McCollum against Teague. Cantor dishes to Carmelo. Clock is at 3. The leader. No good off the back of the rim. Bucks leading by 4. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Forbes can't get it to go. Trailblazers shooting 47%, pretty solid. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Jones. He's guarded closely. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot him. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Outside Anthony. McCollum outside. And the three off target. Milwaukee in the lead. Fast break, Milwaukee. Teague's got the ball. Kicks to Giannis. And so they choose to intentionally foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Powell, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Portis trying to free himself. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his fourth rebound in this one. And now we've got the intentional foul. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Rondé Hollis Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Cullen passes to Lillard. Milwaukee with the rebound. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Three-pointer. Lillard with the rebound. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 5. And another shot. Kicks it out to McCollum. There's Hollis Jefferson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And so he makes both from the line.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Holiday against Lillard. Stolen by Holiday. DiVincenzo kicks to Giannis. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 7-point Milwaukee lead.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite.
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Lopez passes to Holiday. Giannis outside. 5 on the clock. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Middleton on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Powell against Holiday. His first shot coming late. Collins. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Remarkable concentration. It's hard trying to knock Collins off his game when he's looking to score.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Here's Holiday. Giannis outside. And stolen by Lillard. Pass to Collins. Back to Lillard for the tie. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
you